Yes, sir.
So I want to go further to the terror problem.
Yeah,
As we all know that the values of the Quran hold a Muslim responsible for treating all people, whether Muslim or non-Muslim, kindly and justly, protecting the needy and the innocent, and preventing the dissemination of mischief. That's very important.
okay.
So in the verses, Allah wants us to prevent the dissemination of mischief. So what if we go to the detail of mischief, we see that mischief is comprised of all forms of anarchy and terror,
Right.
which remove security in the population, in the society, which remove comfort and peace.
Yes.
So, for example, in Turkey, we are encountering this corruption from a Marxist Stalinist terror organization as
Yeah.
PKK.
Yeah, yeah.
I know you are familiar with that. And there are other terror groups all around the world causing unrest and bloodshed.
Sure.
So my question here is, what should be the best approach to eliminate this mischief, and how can governments and institutions, the media, can come together in giving an intellectual struggle against the ideology of such terror groups? You know, they have an ideology, so they
Sure.
go on doing doing such terror events. So
Sure.
we can only stop this by an intellectual struggle to make them believe, to make them understand that they are on the wrong path. So how can we unite our forces and make them understand
Okay.
doing that intellectual struggle? How can we do that?
Okay, I mean, that's a great question. And going back just quickly to your colleague, and it is the same answer to you. I genuinely believe it's in enforcing the social fabric of the society. The more the society aware and feel at ease with itself, the more it can fight terrorism. Terrorism always the weapon of the weak, who cannot argue back intellectually at you. They always resort to violence for attention. And that's why, first, we need to make sure we are just. And there is a Kurdish issue in Turkey, which, I mean, some grievance obviously need to be addressed. But there is also the regional factor, which play importantly into it. I mean, the Kurdish issue in Turkey was always influenced with the situation in Iraq and Syria. And so you have to first enforce the society to prevent recruitment of terrorist organization, highlight the rightness of the society and why those terror groups are wrong. That's the intellectual side. You need to go into their financing side, how they finance their groups and who supports them. Remember, in the Arab world, there is a lot of funding for terror. A lot of funding for terror in the name of God. And obviously those Marxist group, I mean, there was question mark about who supports them, and whether there was element in Syria who supported their last attack on the US embassy in Turkey. So there is funding issue, which need, and sponsoring. Who is the sponsor? Terror groups cannot survive alone. There is always training, sponsoring, who are behind them. But a strong society like Turkey can stand willingly and forcibly against terror. Weak societies, like some Arab countries, post-Arab Spring, country like Mali, which when the fabric of the society disintegrated, not addressing the grievance of the people, all these little things will contribute to terror. So it have to be addressed all in one package.